Greetings, all you maniacs, minds, and crimes, and today I thought I would talk about Mirage because I feel like she needs a rework. I don't think that is a controversial opinion. Mirage is fine how she is right now, but she really needs some adjustments. So let me quickly show the build. This is just a build I've been running. I've been using pillage on her to give her some survivability. Uh, so my biggest problem with her is just her 3. So if you look here, while standing in light, she gets more power. Her damage increases. In the dark, she gets damage reduction. But here's the problem. Warframe's lighting engine is really, really strange. I feel like it doesn't work like it should, because some areas that are brightly lit are counted as dark, and some dark areas are counted as brightly lit. It's really random. It's not reliable. I still don't understand why we can't swap between being tankier and having more damage. I don't think she would be overpowered if you could do that. That would actually help her a lot. Her 4 is also kind of strange. It has a bit of a long cast, but you can, I think, uh, you can adjust that with casting speed mods. But while it does high damage, and you'll see when I go into Steel Path, it's just, it moves too slow. It's too random. I don't have a problem with her 1, and her 2, I swapped off her pillars. Her 2 is just weird. There is a good frame here. Like, well, obviously every frame in the game is good in one way or another. It's Warframe. But, like, I don't think she is what she needs to be. Like, anyway, so I'm going to be using the Kubicomb. Just blank over that, and let's jump into Steel Path. Now, by the way, my Hound, Bender, is going to be disarming enemies, so that is going to help with survivability. So, alright, so, you see how really random that is? Look up there. Huh? But obviously her damage is really high, and also Kubicomb. And this thing hurts. Look at that. That is not a insignificant amount of damage. And the fact that it can blind enemies is also pretty damn cool. And also the fact that you can't restart her 1 until it runs out is really weird. But look at that. You cannot tell me that that is low damage. Yeah, her 4 really hurts. I mean, look how much damage she's dealing. It is kind of insane, but her 3 is so weird. It's literally relying on this whack-ass lighting engine that, yeah, looks visually it looks fine. Like, the lighting isn't awful in Warframe. But why is it reliant on the lighting engine? And also, yeah, again, look at that. I throw this into a room. These are Steel Path enemies, by the way, and most of these enemies aren't even weak to radiation. And also, they're blinded for a decent amount. Like, they're stunned. Ah, crap. Oh, that's my fault. So, if DE wants to take the lazy route, all they would need to do is give you the ability to switch between defense and offense for Mirage. Maybe tamper down her offense just a little, because it is pretty damn high. But that is a worthy sacrifice. And then, with her 2, I think it should be a damage or crowd control tool. Imagine where you can throw out a crystal that would freeze enemies solid, or do something like that. And also the fact that her 4 drains energy while it's active is really, really lame. That needs to be changed. And if they do those changes, Mirage would be one hell of a really good frame. I mean, obviously she's already pretty powerful. Like, she is one of those frames that people think of when, you know, there's a big boss to kill. And there's a reason for that. Explosive Ledgerman is also kind of cool, but I feel like it falls off a little bit. It is fun, though. And if you run Sanctuary Onslaught a lot, then Mirage with that augment is going to outdamage the Sarens. But yeah, like, that's all they would need to do for Mirage. Make it so you can change between offense and defense at will instead of relying on the lighting engine. Because again, look at how random those numbers are moving. Make it so her 4 doesn't drain energy while it's active. And make her tool a crowd control tool. Or 2, a crowd control tool. Like it freezes enemies or just stuns them or something like that. And then she would have a very, very nice kit. Also, her passive is a bit odd. Maybe make her passive something cool. Like she has dodge depending on how many abilities of her are active or something like that. Something to give her more survivability. Or maybe she regens everybody's energy. That'd be neat. I would actually like that second one. Because dodge in this game is not reliable unless you're Zaku. No, not even Dagoth. Dagoth's dodge doesn't feel right. I already explained that in my Dagoth video. But yeah, she works. She definitely works. You can't tell me she doesn't. Also, I don't have nearly as much power strength as some people might have. So, if you have like fucking 260 plus power strength or something dumb, then obviously you're going to be out damaging me with her 4. But yeah, look at that. It just wrecks. Her 4 is seriously very, very strong. Also, this poor Acolyte is going to get freaking ruined. Ow. Mirage plus Comb. Yeah. And that's why I put Pillage on, for that. And also it gets rid of status effects. So yeah, Mirage as she is alright. But I still think it's very, very whack. Very, very, very lame that she is so reliant on the lighting engine of this game. That has always been very, very strange to me. Because I was like, oh, looking at her abilities, I'm like, oh. Also, by the way, look, this is dark. Okay. Let's go way over here. This is really dark. Apparently it isn't. I don't know. I think the only places where she's consistently got her defense all the way up is maps that are actually devoid of light. Say the like the plains of Eidolon at nighttime, or some different caves or things like that. I won't get over it. I will not get over it. But yeah, overall, Mirage is fine, but she could be so much more. Again, I'm not even asking for much. First off, her 1 doesn't need to change, other than the fact that I feel like it should be able to replenish whenever you want instead of waiting for it to run out. Her 2 should be, instead of this really weird crystal thing, where is it? Yeah. Her crystal, Explosive Ledgerman, yeah, it does a lot of damage, but her crystal really just, like, makes enemies go towards it. No. Her 3 is the biggest thing that needs to change. Neuter her damage a bit. No, Mirage is still going to do high damage. Even if that was only like 100% because of how Mirage is, her damage is still going to be really, really high. but just give it the ability to say, you hold it, you get the defense. You tap it, you get the damage, and you can hot swap. Oh, there's a big enemy there. I need the damage right now. Kill that enemy, and then go back to the defense, or just stay in defensive mode because we already deal a crap ton of damage. Especially if you're using something like the Kuva Comb, this freaking thing. Yeah. And then her 4, make it lock on to enemies, or if you ADS, it can track where you're aiming and make it move faster. It moves too damn slow. I don't think it needs to deal more damage. It already deals a lot of damage, as you saw there. If it wasn't an Xmas unit, it was getting wrecked by this thing. They were just getting absolutely obliterated. It was doing like damage ticks of over 10,000. Anyway, all that being said, Mirage is fine. She is, but I'm going to say it again. She needs more, or she needs more sauce, more like she isn't what she should be. That's how I feel like with a lot of frames in this game. They're fine, but why aren't they this? It especially goes for Inaros. Oh my god, Inaros. I want to play as Emotep, not Mr. Dale Gribble. Because that's all he is. He's Dale Gribble. He's pathetic. All he has is pocket sand, and he's pathetic. Anyway, Mirage is cool. She works. She does damage. But the fact that she is reliant on the lightning engine of Warframe is really asinine. Anyway, that's all I just wanted to say about Mirage. Fine frame. Needs more. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trilby, we trust.